It's even your future. Without the education, I don't know where I'll be today. I don't know what I'll be doing. So education is very important for me, per se.
I know education as a whole, or as in Ghana, can help enhance our development. If that can even limit the burdens on the government as a whole.
I want to be a secretary because it's my dream. Yes. The next level, I want to be an accountant. Yes. An accountant and be a manager of myself.
Every Ghanaian child should have access to education. And it is the responsibility of the government to make sure that every child has the right. But it doesn't work so here in Ghana. If you should take education out of a country, then the country becomes like a country in the dark. So there is a need for education, continual education in the country. And that is what PROFESA wants to help the country with.
Consider, according to the table, commerce, the subject commerce that we deal in.
Patrick Owusu came from the Upper Volta region of Ghana to pursue an education in the capital of Accra. Patrick values education above all else as a means for rising above poverty.
I've gone through a lot of difficulties as I started schooling, but I could say that in my elementary days, I was not suffering at all. Because that time my father was responsible enough for my education, and then after my senior secondary school with advanced level, my father left me alone, and then I had to pass through a lot of hurdles before I was able to go to the tertiary institution. I did a lot of menial and monotonous jobs before I was able to accumulate money to help myself further education into the tertiary level at the University of Ghana. I hope and I believe that my students are going to have better future, right? Because with education, we say it's key to success in life. So I hope, as I'm teaching now, my students are going to be prominent figures in the near future to help improve upon the developmental paradigm of the country.
As one of PROFESA's passionate teachers, Bernard Sasu understands the importance of education in a developing country.
ER is equal to what? Comparative. And how can we use the comparative? 60% of the people are not educated. So as a teacher, it is my responsibility. It is also my wish that we gather them together, giving them the necessary support that they need, so that at the end of the day, they will not end up on the streets or be beggars here and there, but they will have something at least at hand to do, so that one way or the other to alleviate the kind of poverty.
Stop for a moment. Let me tell you one thing about typing. As a secretary, you have to feel free when you are typing. Nobody will do it for you, you see, and believe in yourself that you can do it. Have the spirit of confidence. Always try to do a better work. Are you all right? Are you getting me? Yes. Yes. So put your fingers on the keys now. It wasn't easy, but we have been able to help so many people. So always let your mind be on the manual. They should be happy because they didn't think that PROFESA can help them because of the environment and the equipment that we are using. But with motivation and encouragement, look, you can make it. Don't worry about the typewriter. I know it is very old, but just I want to see you practicing. Let me see you putting your fingers on the right keys, and that makes me satisfied that you can do it in future. Because if you are able to use this old machine, definitely if you get a new machine, you can do something. From A, S, D, F, semicolon LKJ. These are the home keys that you, until you know this, we can't move on. And you need to do that for me. Try. He'll tell you, my finger, I'm feeling some pain. I say, yes, that is the beginning. I'm feeling some neck. I say, yes, it is a good training. And very soon you won't experience those pains again.
We don't do senior secondary. We have primary, then we have what's called middle school, which is like...
I spoke with Daniel about the education system in Ghana versus the US. Daniel is a teacher at the senior secondary school that shares space with PROFESA.
9-year basic from class 1 to JSS 3. It's a 9-year basic. Okay. Now after the...
Our visit coincided with a school vacation, but Daniel and several students were taking extra time to prepare for the upcoming senior secondary school exams.
When somebody talk about peace, you see Ghanaians moving towards that particular direction. Fine. Now, Ghana provides food and shelter for refugees by establishing refugee camps.
These exams will determine which high schools each child is allowed to attend. The students worked hard that week. Most seemed confident that they would pass their exams, but few seemed to know where they would get the money to pay for the next stage of their all-important education.
How many of you are going to go to SSS? Put your hand up. All of you? Yes. Yeah? Did you already have the money set aside? No? How are you going to pay for it? You don't know? Anyone have an idea? Yes. Huh? Yes. How? Saving some money. Have you already started saving some money? When are you going to start? Next month. How many more years of JSS do you have? Just 2 months? Wow.
Right from the junior secondary school, you need to go to the senior secondary school. From there, you go to the either polytechnic or the university. But most students can't afford to go to the senior secondary school because of financial problems that their parents are facing. I have actually faced the same problem before, so I have that passion for those people. I remember there was a time when I was a student and I was sacked for the first time. We had to write our exams. I felt like so many words came into my mind because I'm someone that is determined. I first of all have to cry because I couldn't afford to pay my fees. My parents can't raise that money. So I have to cry. I came home, my mom said, why are you at home? I said, I have been sacked for school fees. So I have to sit down, I think about 3 weeks before. And when I went, so many syllables or topics has been treated. So I learned a lesson from there. So I know how the students or the youth feel now if they can't afford to, after the completion of JSS, if they can't afford to go to the SS, I know how they feel.
When I completed GSS, my parents don't have money to continue my education. So I was passing by and I saw PROFESA, so I got there and I learned the skills of typing, how to read and how to write. I use those skills in every day and all the times of my life. Okay, what I like about this job is anytime you are doing sorts of things that it keeps you reading, it improves your skills and your English. By working here, I do save some money at the bank for every month because I want to open a place like this if I wish. My biggest dream is to become a perfect graphic designer. As a woman, to become a graphic designer is not easy. The program I used to design this poster is Corel, Microsoft Corel. If I may have a place of my own and to become a perfect graphic designer, I can help my people who are also interested to learn